crowd came for the fights. What they missed was the other battle unfolding behind the scenes. While thousands gathered on the White House lawn, snipers took their aims, drones waited in anticipation. The plan turned celebration into chaos. It might have even worked, if not for a fortunate phone call. The FBI has arrested 5 people in connection with a plot to launch a drone attack on the White House during last weekend's UFC Freedom 250 event, and investigators say up to 12 suspects spread across 4 states were involved. The plot came to light on June 10th after the parent of a child in a Signal group chat reported the messages to police. From there, the FBI moved in, infiltrating the group and ultimately making arrests across California, Ohio, Missouri, and Nebraska. According to the New York Post, the suspects belonged to a 23-member group and subscribed to an accelerationist ideology, a far-right nihilist worldview also linked to last month's San Diego mosque shootings. Their targets, according to federal sources, were capitalist elites, billionaires and politicians who had received money from the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. The plan itself was multi-phase. Explosive drones would strike the South Lawn during the event, driving crowds outside the White House perimeter, where a sniper team would be waiting. Suspects had planned to gather first in Fredericksburg, Virginia, before moving on to Washington. One of those allegedly involved was plotting from inside a mental health facility at the time of his arrest. Authorities have not yet confirmed how operationally ready the group actually was. More arrests are expected, and additional search warrants are being prepared. FBI Director Kash Patel addressed the arrest publicly.
Thanks to the rapid action of the FBI, our partners, and the Department of Justice in a multi-state operation, multiple individuals are now in custody, and allegedly planned attacks were stopped cold.
The event itself went ahead without incident. President Trump attended UFC Freedom 250 on the South Lawn on June 14th and 15th, alongside First Lady Melania Trump and UFC CEO Dana White. The Blue Angels flew overhead. Fireworks followed. That the evening passed without incident was, it now turns out, partly the result of a tip from a parent who noticed something in their child's phone. Federal law enforcement sources told the Post that suspects are in at least 4 states, though the full scope of the network is still being mapped. The accelerationist ideology the group espoused calls for the violent collapse of existing social and economic structures, a belief system that has now surfaced in 2 major domestic terrorism cases within a matter of weeks. A packed arena, thousands of spectators, a major sporting event unfolding just steps away from the White House. But according to US investigators, what was meant to be a celebration of sport and spectacle may have been the target of a chilling and highly coordinated attack. The FBI says it has disrupted an alleged plot targeting UFC Freedom 250 in Washington, D.C., an event attended by thousands as part of President Donald Trump's 80th birthday weekend. Officials say the alleged plan was far more than a simple attack. It involved multiple stages, carefully timed actions, and the potential for mass casualties. 5 people were in custody as of June 15th, and investigators identified 23 people as part of a potential network of plotters.
The plan involved using explosive-laden drones to hit buildings near the event, force a mass evacuation and steer crowds toward a pre-staged sniper team. A second wave was then planned to storm the White House gate.
The FBI first became aware of the threat on June 10th. Working alongside law enforcement partners, agents quickly moved to secure probable cause and arrested 1 suspect in Cincinnati. As the investigation expanded, authorities reportedly uncovered Signal chat groups in which multiple individuals discussed attacking the UFC event. Investigators believe some members of the alleged network intended to travel to Fredericksburg, Virginia, on June 12th or June 13th to prepare for the operation. According to officials, 1 suspect allegedly told investigators,
The intended targets included capitalist elites, billionaires, and politicians who had received donations from the American Israel Public Affairs Committee.
The scope of the investigation quickly widened. Authorities say the case eventually stretched across at least 12 FBI field offices as agents worked to identify participants, track communications, and prevent the alleged attack from moving forward. As of Monday, 5 individuals were reported to be in custody. FBI Director Kash Patel praised the efforts of federal agents, the Department of Justice, and law enforcement partners involved in the operation.
Thanks to the rapid action of the FBI, our partners, and the Department of Justice in a multi-state operation, multiple individuals are now in custody and allegedly planned attacks were stopped cold. While the result represented the best of investigative work, it was also nothing out of the ordinary for this law enforcement team. We are built to detect, respond to, and bring to justice those who threaten the lives of American citizens, particularly during large gatherings like the historic UFC 250 fight. That's exactly what we did here.
The event attracted an estimated 4,300 attendees, including approximately 1,200 active duty service members. 14 fighters from around the world competed inside the cage during the event. The case emerges against a backdrop of growing concerns about threats directed at President Trump and senior administration officials, as security agencies continue to monitor the risk of politically motivated violence.